Why would I want to do that? Chris with the barn tag. Are we live?
Yeah.
Oh, it's live?
Yeah.
Well, shit. I'm like, wait.
Yeah.
We're all set. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Test it.
Oh, yes. That's it.
What's up, Negroes?
Who's the escape route?
Yeah.
You don't hear nothing. Don't let the bone win. Let's show them who's boss.
Okay, so apparently.
Carnivore challenge.
Did y'all get napkins?
See. Your mama not yelling at me.
Amen.
So apparently, something's going on. Like everything's picking up, but why can't I hear?
Oh, live from your mama's house.
Excuse me. Okay, so something in general is going on with my
Technical difficulties. I'm actually trying to hide off camera. But we gonna turn that just as coach to get her face on camera.
No, it's a scooch. Scooch.
So you gotta get us up together.
Amen. Glory to God.
I'm upset because I can't hear it.
Yes, we go nasty. My friend. Let's play a song.
Song brought to you by Mr. Rico Nasty.
It's a woman.
It's a woman. Okay, I can hear it.
Well, clearly I don't know who that is. So
I just don't want me to play Rico Nasty.
Miss Rico Nasty, my bad. I apologize.
Let's try this again.
They were live with technical difficulties.
I mean, it's recording. I just can't hear it. Like I can see everything going on.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense. Don't believe. All right, I found it. I figured it out. We come and find you. Ain't no bitch to me, bitch. Come from. Alright, I'm sorry.
Hello. Hello.
What's up, Negroes?
You're welcome.
To the big shit, the Negro show.
Bitch.
Wait.
I'll say it.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Alright. So hey, I'm BDot.
Like such, no.
And I'm Brooks.
But you
Oh, here we go. 9 names are
And
back.
we're eating.
I could be good.
She made chicken, corn,
Where's the
potato, She got peas, green, potatoes, tomatoes. Okay.
Yams,
You period, Dan. Oh, you know what the fuck going on.
But they don't.
But they do.
Okay.
Dinner time live.
So we're gonna start off with the bullshit that's happening, but question and maybe a solution. I forgot what I told you earlier.
It's okay. I wrote it down.
Thanks.
Let me see. Ooh, I can add. Listen, you can add people to your notes on the new message.
Shit, look, 'cause I can see it on my computer.
But
BAR.
I got you.
Team Droid. All day.
Sure.
Don't
That's it. So, prayers first go out to those in Texas. Sutherland Springs, Texas. There was a shooting today in a church that killed people.
They don't know the number yet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But one of the lives lost was the pastor's daughter. Rest in paradise, angel.
All right. And so I know and you know because I know you see it. Excuse me, and you saw it. Y'all need to also pray for Tyrese.
Why?
Listen.
What?
I don't know. His mental stability.
Man, he just got $5 million to get off of him.
That he showed on social media. Excuse me?
Will and Jada told
Will
me.
and Jada told me
his
this.
ass on social media.
And he posted it on social media that they were paying $5 million.
To get off social media.
Will and Jada, hey, my name is Alexis. I'm a big fan.
Ah!
Love your work. Jada set it off. Favorite movie.
Favorite
Will liked you in Fresh Prince. This set over there.
That's it.
Give me 50,000
Are
and
you?
see how successful I will be. Give me 10 and see how successful I will be.
Exactly.
But what are we praying? Hold on.
I don't have my ass on social media.
But what are we praying for again?
Well, basically, I'm like the sanctity of his mind.
But again, why would you run to social media with everything you have going on? Legally. Where is your PR lady? Where is your lawyer? I ain't worried about where the wife is. I'm getting
Ain't the
that.
wife a lawyer?
The wife is a social worker with a master's degree from UGA. So she well versed in what's going on. Nobody in your inner circle with this legal problem told you to get off the internet.
So we need to, Will and Jada did.
Right. I mean, prior to them doing that, like your whole technically legal team and backbone that you would see every day, they would say, hey, I think you should stop doing this. Just for the moment.
Just for the night.
I just feel like
I won't.
Oh, you need to get mental health, like go see somebody. But
as a man that flosses his money and the fact that he got a Benihana's in his backyard, and also one that just told everybody, you know, him and The Rock's business. You mind yours. It's one of those things like you clearly have a lot going on. Pause yourself and come back and brag about your Benihana's in your backyard.
is that what the rent was over? I didn't really watch it. I don't know what's going on, but is that what it was over? I know it was something about his daughter and some other stuff.
So it's a custody case. So his first wife, which I never knew the man was married.
Oh, yeah. Right when he first came out early,
Right. So he had a baby.
I'm sorry. Y'all know I have to find the comedy in this. But he was like, I just want my baby.
Yeah. The wife filed claims of child abuse.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, he whooped his daughter's ass.
Which is fine with me, actually.
Right. But the wife was saying, like, oh, she couldn't sit down. He whooped her too hard.
Mm-hmm.
So then they got a restraining order against him. She's trying to get full custody and more child support. And so he can't see his kid. So he really wants to see his kid. It's his only daughter.
So he couldn't see it because last time I checked, the court just kicked out that case.
They just kicked it. This is before they did all of that. So then, in the situation, he basically rented one of them planes to come fly over her school that said, Shayla, I miss you, something like that, over her private school where he can afford to take all her private school friends to go rent out movie theaters twice to go see The Rock's movies. He also said this on social media. So, but yeah, so he then posted a picture of that going over her school. He was like, I really wanted it to say more, and then posted everything else that he wanted to say. He's like, but it was too expensive. So it only said, Shayla, I miss you, something, something, daddy. The school was embarrassed for her. Apparently, he sent all these gifts and things to her school, and it got to the point where the school stopped telling her, like, your daddy sent you a gift basket today. Oh, your daddy dropped off a teddy bear. Oh, your daddy did this.
Right.
So they just like
now you're a distraction.
Exactly. So they just keep that stuff in the front office. They don't even tell her about it. They took her in and isolated her because she was so embarrassed that this happened. Blah, blah, blah. But then apparently it got kicked out, and like there was no child abuse. It's a lie. But he said that this case was real expensive.
Well, those always are. But again, where is your inner circle to say, sir, give me the phone?
Exactly, because I be telling royalty to grab Chris Brown's phone all the time. Like, your daddy is acting up. Get the phone.
Better yet, where is the person you put a ring on your finger saying, hey, honey, let's fight this in private?
So we're just going to pass the fact that DJ said she was telling Chris Brown's daughter.
I no longer acknowledge that anymore. We have already established you and Blue Ivy have a little friendship bond, sisterhood, and her and Chris Brown got married 10 years ago when he was 13, saying, yo.
Thank you.
He was the one she was singing to.
Okay.
Duh. We all know that. Anyway, once again, well, maybe now we have to do like what I've done for Chris. Like, he needs to find new friends.
What you've done for Chris. Okay.
Roro.
Get your daddy phone.
She got a whole nickname and everything, huh?
Yeah,
Roro. Oh, okay.
Royalty.
What she call you?
BB.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho.
What was she for Halloween?
She was Cinderella.
Okay. You made it or got bought it?
We bought it because some mama was tripping. I was like, I ain't finna fight no bitch. I did take that little blonde wig off. I'm like, she's black. Anyway.
She was a little light mixed Cinderella?
Okay, she was definitely doing everything.
I was there.
No, you going there. I'm done.
She was there with Blue Eyes.
Blue said,
Blue don't like people. Anywho, I feel like, yes, he needs psychiatric help. Mm-hmm. And the people around him need to sort of acknowledge that too. Because I feel like with one of our friends that they depressed and they eat a lot. And then I'm like, y'all need to talk to him. And my counterparts are like, nah, he grown.
We don't say, nah, he grown. We just say, he know what he do. He should be, I mean, he popping in these streets. We just leave it at that. Right.
I mean, hopefully, maybe, his life choices will follow. Amen. Anyway, next.
An amazing year.
I already love those numbers. 2018.
I just wasn't gonna die.
By the way,
Happy birthday hints for 2018.
Me and Dream Kardashian's birthday is coming up next Friday. This Friday.
So what are you trying to say?
I'm just saying.
Y'all are allowed to send her gifts.
Yes.
Cash
PayPal link.
Cash gifts. Get your PayPal. Cash app.
She like gift cards to restaurants. I would say
I
take her on a date, but don't do that.
Or it's that forum.
That's it. I like gift cards in the form of Visa.
Amen. Amen. On to other shit that's been going on. Bitches. What? They released a full set cast listed of Nike.
You just destroyed that completely. Horrible. to yourself
It's like a
tomorrow.
nice bang,
Huh?
It's like a nice bang, you
Oh.
know.
Baba Lisi, Baba. I just like the way he just come out of nowhere.
My favorite is Rafiki. Oh,
R.I.P. to the original Rafiki. And so some of your faves and ours are going to be participating.
Y'all assumption was right.
Blue Ivy's mama
Is going to play Nala.
I wonder who said that. Nah, we know. We know.
Yeah.
So what I'm also going to say for the culture is that the three hyenas should be Migos.
No, they're going to be the Migos. You gotta speak in
It's going to be the Migos.
So we want the Migos.
For the culture, it's gonna be so look like the one that actually don't be saying nothing. They just do all they ad libs. Take
Yeah.
I said
And whoop, whoop, whoop.
Go kill the cup. They gonna say that.
It's gonna be so lit. I'm here for it. Disney's gonna be here for it. I already told Quavo put on his good grill, and so he can go in and do all.
Ain't no way in hell they gonna be able to get a Disney contract with their image.
I have my ways.
Oh Lord.
let me call Blue.
Exactly. All she got to do is call Blue. I just got to go get Quavo, take off, and Offset ready. I got to call Cardi, tell her she can't come up there distracted.
That Cardi need to be in it. She'll be a giraffe.
You're not.
Well, since now, you know, our fantasies of Lion King are going to come to fruition.
You was fantasizing.
Who wrote the whole thing of song?
Because I could not find a shaker.
She was trying to stop getting okay.
Right. This episode of the Shades of Negro talks about Morton.
Morning.
Official sponsor.
So Chrisette MIchelle has recently explained that she has been suicidal.
She had a
She had a miscarriage.
Opposed to somebody else's miscarriage.
I'm sorry. All because she feels like she is being choice shamed.
She makes poor decisions. So
Actually,
actually, in the words of the girl who came on here from Insecurity, that's not it.
Positivity.
Positivity.
Hi, Ellen.
Hey, girl.
right. Straight messed that whole thing.
I'm so sorry. Blame it on somebody else. She makes poor choices. She feel like I can't make decisions, but she made decisions. They're concrete, and you can't take them back.
I listened to her Breakfast Club and a few of her interviews, and I mean, I get where she's coming from. She was trying to bridge the gap. Should she have did she pick the right time to do it? Probably not. Probably was not the best time to say.
Had she just listened to everybody telling her, baby, no, you have time to back out. No, this is not the move for you.
Yeah, but she was saying, you know, some of the deals and stuff she lost because of it.
Who tried to want her? Once again, this is a whole poor decision.
I read an article on it was like you need to trust Black women, and basically people are like, throughout history, people don't not necessarily give Black women credit, but it's like they don't. It's like after it happened, you're like, oh, this Black girl said not to do it.
Girl. Who said yes?
But there was other Black girls around her that
Amen.
said,
Amen.
this shit is not gonna work out for you.
It's her pregnant grandma.
Yeah, probably
Probably cease
That's what she needs.
and rolling in her grave. So my thing about her saying that she was choice shamed. I mean, I get it. I mean, choices is choices, and you know, you have your full right to do whatever the fuck you want to do. But when your choice to sponsor someone whose choices aren't in favor of a minority / majority that you are a part of, then maybe, yes, people are going to side-eye you and say other things because they're basically like you're supposed to be one of us. So like you understand why this nigga is a bunch of crap. Bitch nigga. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to tell her. I mean, she
got a job from her. She just feels like, you know, this one decision just destroyed her career.
Which it kind of did.
It kind of did, and it's probably actually something that like probably topped it off because I mean, somebody asked me.
You saw me in my Basquiat skirt. I wore Basquiat on my skirt. That's what she said. But like afterwards.
But that at the fact that what was I saying? Shit.
Sorry.
Totally like
she's a poor sister.
She needs psychiatric help as well.
You know, you say psychiatric like
emphasis on the word.
Tyrese, yes.
Psychiatric.
But she was suicidal.
I mean, getting dropped from your label and some other
stuff. That's what I was saying. Thank you. Okay, so I feel like the Trump stuff was just like, because somebody asked me, was she an underground artist? And I was like, no, she got a whole label and everything. Not a whole label, but she's signed and everything. But it's like her sales, her appearances. She even did R&B Divas, and
she regretted that.
She regretted that.
And said, what?
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Cut me off. But anywho, who am I? Just a 26-year-old girl holding a box of salt.
She's single too. She like going on dates.
And I love food.
So
message
to food. I like it.
Shameless plug.
Well,
Chrisette the poor decision. Okay.
So the next thing is we're probably actually going to, if I pull up my notes,
me go.
Clear my face. The sanctity of marriage, which is our basically this is our subject for tonight. But it's come to our attention.
Like Winston?
Wait,
the hip hop Dalmatians?
No, have you ever listened to Excuse Me Miss?
Yeah.
My baby had a lift, right?
And it was bad.
We gotten him help.
And I got to admit that you got my attention. Your man can be what? And I got to admit that your man can be what?
You know,
I still like the song. I do too. But
I have some help. But you know, even here,
it's like how Blues Mama said algebra.
And one was so hard.
What I appreciated is she then went on tour. She said algebra once and then went back to saying algebra.
Yes. Consistency is key.
Exactly.
Who are you up?
Probably our friend that you just went and ran on about. Probably watching a live podcast.
I did a rant.
He's depressed. He eats too much.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's not a rant. It's like come to Jesus. But okay, so the sanctity of marriage, we realized that some of our faves.
Oh, it's a real complicated password. I'm gonna send it to you.
We have a guest that doesn't want to be shown.
Famous.
He's too famous for y'all.
Go shop clutch if you ain't know about it.
Men in clutch.
Brooks.
He don't have your number.
Oh.
Anyway.
I just knew you were closer to it. It was gonna be overcomplicated.
Anywho, some of our faves. Huh?
We want to interrupt.
We like guests.
We love guests. So some of our faves are getting divorced, but some of our faves are getting married or have gotten married.
Or got divorced.
I just said that.
Adults, listen.
You don't. Anyway.
Y'all was fighting, so I'm going green.
We don't fight. So
Yo,
Taylor
argue. We just hit that bitch with a bottle.
You with a damn bottle.
No, because Brad taught me a lesson.
What happened when you hit somebody with a bottle from the front?
One, you go to jail. You pay $5 million that you don't have.
Oh, baby. So some of our things like Tamar and Vince, their whole ordeal, they're getting divorced.
Yeah, and when that came out, they went on the real. They didn't go on the real. What's that girl named? Lonnie was like,
oh yeah.
And the Asian one?
No, that's the black one.
And the Asian one get divorced too?
I'm like, you won't let you
Damn.
So Lonnie went on there and she was like, oh, okay. She was like, hey Tamar, I understand that we ain't friends no more. This is a synopsis. I understand we're not friends no more. I understand that you don't like us because you got fired. But right, we sympathize with you for getting a divorce because one of your old castmates, a member of this show, she's currently getting a divorce, and so I was like, who's getting a divorce? Because Adrian just got married, but she could be in this 32-day marriage thing. And then I was like, Tamara and her husband, I don't see them having problems, but they be saying some bold type shit. So maybe it's them. And then I was like, but Jimmy Maya and her husband, they don't really like each other.
Because she ain't been on the show actually saying my type is a tall black man.
Right.
Multiple times.
over and over.
And her husband is a white man.
In the first season, they used to be like Man Crush Mondays.
And it would be always black.
Always a black man.
But she loves her Freddie, apparently.
Right. But they get a divorce. It's Freddie and Jenny Mai.
But on the flip side, my face, Cardi B and Offset are getting married. So somebody tried to tell me that it was too quick for them to get married because
Wendy Williams said it too.
Did she just pass out?
Did you about to say have a heart attack?
She had a heat stroke.
She had a heat stroke. And the Molly's finally kicked.
Ain't nobody tell you to wear 3 hats and all them damn lights.
Exactly.
Take your wig off. Take your hat off. Take
Wig
your
hat
hat off.
That'd be convenient.
But
long sleeve
sequin.
And when you put that shit on.
And probably that crack kicked in.
And you got football shoulders, so you got all that with football shoulders. And now you can't breathe.
Shaped like a pea.
All the heat.
And that crack probably kicked in.
All kind of moves.
But so people are saying that their timeline was a little bit too short because they were like they started going together around my birthday, which was in February. But
she was pissed off.
Yeah, she was. But my thing was, I feel like something.
Also, been rapping about her since 2015. Okay, check the mixtape.
All right,
check the mixtape.
You saw her one time at the club.
That's in a song.
I feel like it because she said that she had multiple conversations with him. This was before Bodak Yellow. It was also before Gangsta Bitch Music Volume 1, where she was like, she doesn't know if it's actually going to pop off. And he kept on telling her, oh, like us, you just have to work through it. So, I mean, so it had to be at least, I say at least a year for them being together.
So that's what you always saying, you get you one y'all build an empire, take the world. Got it, facts. I like it.
Yes. And then our other faves, Gucci and Keisha Kaur, have gotten married. And I have a problem with their special.
Did you say I play?
Yeah.
You did.
Okay.
Why? They're not your faves?
No.
See, like I was rocking with Gucci when he was looking like what a cracked out Barbie.
I
Out here
was
on
too,
these
but you
shit.
said they.
So you didn't like previous skinny Gucci when he came out with I'm so high, so high.
Oh, I like that, but I never knew what he looked like until like I got a little older. And
He
I'm
was
like,
like a Poindexter now.
My favorite day was him and OJ the Juice.
hey!
That's the only day I appreciate.
You don't like Keisha Kaur?
I'm impartial. She's just not my fave.
Mm. I think I just like the idea of her. I haven't had a conversation with her yet.
Yeah, me neither, but you said the idea.
Like the idea, like, oh, she seems nice.
If you look at the mama / grandma response when they son or nephew, grandson bring their girlfriend over or fiance.
She seems nice.
Hey, what
Once
you
again,
talking
that does not make her a fave. Blue says not calling people faves if they get attached.
Baby, I like it. She's nice.
She's nice. But I mean,
she's not good enough for you.
Dumb.
not even that. I'm just saying like
What
what
she
she's
is.
done for
I
him.
appreciate
And I
it.
feel like you don't let a woman like that who's willing to do that for you.
I ain't just do that. She also put up with a lot of shit.
That's what she did. Like she did a whole bunch for you. And if you would have just been like, bye bitch, I would have been like, Gucci.
Can we talk about how they met? Because this is why I appreciate them.
What?
Gucci was in jail.
The first time?
Yeah.
That's like the first time. Because the second time.
Gucci was in jail, saw her in some magazine, told his people to tell her people he wanted her. She was like,
In the video?
she was in jail. But when he came home, she was in his video.
She was.
And then that's what started the relationship. Because
Yeah,
he was
no, I
in jail
agree.
like a few seconds later.
Yeah.
And she was there. He gave her $2 million to take care of. She flipped that thing.
Makes sense.
Million with her Kayor lip kits. Lipstick.
Actually,
lip
she's
glitter.
all of them.
Yep.
Actually, she said she never put his money into her ventures.
Right. She said that stuff went to like investing in other stuff. But all
And
her
real estate.
right. But all of her
We in
she put her
charge.
own capital into
We in
We in
charge.
charge. Say it with me. I'm in charge.
We in
Say it with
charge.
me. I'm in charge.
We in
Listen,
charge.
hustle and flow.
You
Yeah.
know,
I'm with you, but I'm not saying that.
you know it's hard out here for
Man,
him.
shit back. I've always felt like that should be inserted.
Yes.
I mean, I can see it.
Exactly. That's in the episode of the Boondocks with Slick Back. I was like, why wasn't this played when he rolled up?
You know it's hard out here for him.
Man, Slick Back.
So much. So my question to y'all and to y'all.
We never talk about Mary and Keanu.
Oh,
His name is Kendu. Y'all know his name.
I say she don't like Kendu. She likes Keanu.
I like Keanu. It's probably on TV right now too. So Mary J. Blige is married to this man named Keanu who had kids from a previous situation.
mm-hmm.
He married her, brought the kids with him. She took care of everybody. And yes, I said she because she did.
He was popping.
He was a manager. He managed her. This is the part that I enjoy. There's an episode of Tamar and Vince where she and Keanu were giving marriage advice to Tamar and Vince.
Both of which are getting divorced.
Yes.
So I don't appreciate Kendu.
Trying to steal all her money.
Trying to take all her money. But it's like, I don't understand the point of alimony anyway, or spousal support anyway.
I get spousal support because I understand you have to get on your feet.
Mm-hmm.
If I am balling and you don't have it, and there's nothing in the prenup that's like, oh, you get this amount, I understand, kind of. I understand split, kind of. If I'm the breadwinner, sit your kind of ass down because you're not getting shit, or you might get a little spousal support. He is currently receiving $30,000 a month.
That's more than I make a year.
I think she has to pay like $260,000 in one lump sum, and then the 30 every month. This man said he cannot afford his lifestyle, and he wanted $60,000 a month. This is where I have to say, excuse me. Like I said, give me $10,000 once, and I'm good. I will be successful. But you can't do nothing with $30,000. Let me tell you what you can do with $30,000
a month.
You can get your little Range Rover.
A month,
right? You can get your Range Rover. You pay, let's say, $2,000 on it. You can get it under that, but let's just say you pay $2,000 for, get you some insurance. Get your little condo. You can get a condo that costs you $17,000 a month and still have money to borrow. This man,
WL.
You can be a sugar daddy.
You can be a sugar daddy. What you was doing with
anyway with Mary's money and her protege.
Exactly. And then, do you know that this heifer has the audacity? Child support for the kids he never had with Mary. Like his kids, he wanted child support for his grown ass kids to be paid.
That's been thrown out.
Right. I would. When I see that, I'm coming to fight you. Like at that point,
I'm just rolling up straight up Janet Jackson in a golf club.
Yeah.
I'm breaking all
my
the glass
brothers
shit.
are coming with me, and I don't have brothers.
I can't blame you. Ask for it all, see what happens. Like taking some darts and throwing that shit at the wall. Whatever sticks, sticks. Whatever don't.
Oh, I guess. I see what you're saying. Like, y'all don't let me hear this.
Right. So you just ask
So you get everything, but you might get the stuff.
You might not actually get none of the over the top stuff, but I'm gonna throw it at the wall and see what happens. Think about it. All these celebrities, when the roles are reversed, everybody's always down for it. Yes, honey. Yes, honey.
Yes.
It depends.
I'm not saying you two. I'm saying on average. I said
like,
everybody.
She was a gold digging hoe from the beginning.
But they still say yes, honey. Go for it. Ask for it. Do it. We all know what happens when they go to court. This shit don't ever work out in their favor.
You're right.
They ask for the world and they come out with what they need.
You can get this, this box of salt.
Typically, they go, whatever was in your business prior to him is whatever you make. They're more than likely going to probably hit him with the whatever y'all made, quote unquote, while together is quote unquote what you can split.
Amen.
Because he was her manager.
And I get that.
So they made some money together.
And I get that. But why am I paying you 30? Like how long does alimony work?
I guess it depends on whatever the court sets up for.
But it can be a limited amount. It's not like the
or a lifetime.
Hell no, because
if you have a child involved, like an actual I pushed this is your sperm, my egg, I pushed it out. That
I also don't like child support.
Alimony for a lifetime.
I personally don't like child support, only because, and I felt this way, man, woman, whoever has to pay. You know, some people say like, oh, show me the receipts or whatever. I believe like you should, because if I'm giving you $17,000, I understand that, because like the Chris Brown situation, I know he pays a lot in child support. And how it was supposed to be was like, if I'm living this way, she has to be able to live that way.
Afford to live that way.
Right, at the other place, which I understand too, that doesn't mean that I should pay your bills. You get what I'm saying?
Or in his case, her other 15 kids stuff, which their babies
right
don't pay nothing.
Right. So it's like you got the gold pot paying all the kettles.
Exactly. Yeah,
no. I really feel like
there's some loopholes in restructuring that people we discussed that on the show about restructuring that whole system.
Yeah.
But we all know that system in general needs to be restructured.
Yeah, that food stamps.
Reinvented.
They did make it where now you can't get crab legs on food.
Oh, they've already read that.
It's not even that. I feel like there should be one, you should not be on food stamps for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
You shouldn't. Honestly, I understand if you're older, I get that. But if you are able-bodied to sit there and get a job,
Right, but
go to work.
we talking about a program that was established during World War II to help feed people. So it's like.
And I get that, but I'm just like.
They never really touched it. They just left it alone. It's been untouched.
Right, but then you have, I don't know. We can talk about this later.
I've always apparently made too much to get food.
And you know, that's probably where my anger comes from, because when I was making $12,000 a year, they were like, "Ma'am, you make too much." How?
The fuck? Divide that by 12. That's $1,000 a month.
Right.
Divide that by 4.
Right.
You got it.
$100. How?
That's $100 apartment.
Where? Where?
That's $10 in gas.
But literally, my cousin who works at the post office, who makes $60,000 a year,
That's eating a box of ramen noodles every day at work.
got food stamps. All this, you go there because she got snacks. And she get like $800
I
worth.
call that cousin. Yo, cousin,
I get a
let me go.
I just need 100.
Let me get 100 for 50. I need 50 in cash to give me 100 cents.
lies. Cause see, that's gonna
It's
bring
on
it to
the
about
board
100 a week. I was making $12,000 a year.
No, I give you $50. So you get $100 instead. You know what you can do with $100 instead?
I understand that, but let me tell you what I can do with the $100 I have for this week. Gas.
I mean, not 100 that you
To
got.
get to the job.
Well,
That's
well, back in the day, you could buy gas with the food stamps.
But today I can't.
in 2017.
And, this month you can't. It was you could do that all this year before until recently.
That is disrespectful.
Like,
Maybe
$1,000
we're getting
got-
off subject. Yes.
But shout out to the crab place on Cascade that still be taking EBT.
Yeah.
Y'all better hurry up. Y'all days living.
Right.
Exactly.
They did.
They gotta get an audit and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho,
When is all
so
yours?
why? This is the question I'm asking. Excuse me, y'all and y'all.
I never see. She got some home training.
And I cover my mouth.
Facts.
So
She
why?
might be material.
So why are so many people opting for divorce or just giving up in general? Because you don't have to be married to just be like, you know, fuck you and your mama. Chinga tu madre. I mean,
I'm not married. Let me just throw that out there. I'm single. So I don't know how I'm going to give
so what
advice
is
on
it that
why.
we doing?
I got all the people out there.
You ain't gonna get me.
I would say people don't come.
now.
I'm gonna say I don't know if people come to the table with I mentioned this before. With
Real expectations.
exactly what you want. What are we doing? Honestly, what are we really doing?
Mm-hmm.
And then as time goes on, aka they do the old school redoing of vows, sitting down and again recommitting it. Is this really what we still want to continue to do?
Mm-hmm.
Are we still like head over heels? Like, yes, I love you. I want to stay with you. Or you know what?
Fuck you and your
Right. I get it just because in a biblical sense it says it is that you should not break up or get divorced or let stuff go, but let's be honest. People fall in and out of love.
Mm-hmm.
People find out the person they thought they committed themselves to wasn't the person they really wanted.
Mm-hmm. And people change.
Right.
So
I mean that's my view. I don't know. Like
I feel like people are giving up too fast, and I feel like divorce is the easy way out. I also feel like people are getting into relationships because they're settling. And so I think when they're tired of settling and they get up or they feel some type of success or they just feel like they found someone else better, they give on what they have. I also feel like people don't properly get counseling before they enter a marriage. I've always said that when it comes to that time, I want to go to marriage counseling or some type of counseling pre-marriage, because you kind of do get to hash out those situations. You do learn more about yourself. You learn more about yourself and each other in a relationship. I also feel like, and I say this all the time, people do not properly heal after breakups.
mm-hmm.
And I think it's because people like to move on really fast versus going back, and you have to sit and you have to process what happened in my last relationship. I was a person that went from relationship to relationship, situation to situation to situation, and then finally I got tired because I was like, why are all y'all why are all of y'all like? Why I feel like I was like deja vu. I was repeating myself, and it took me time to sit back. You have to get selfish with your time and your space, and like I can't do this anymore. And I feel like in marriages, there's a lack of communication. If you're unhappy, say, babe, I'm unhappy. Don't say it when
You done found the other nigga.
right, or you're on the brink of going ahead and filing. Like, I filed for divorce, I'm unhappy. That's not how you're supposed to do it. It's supposed to talk through it. I'm a person, I really don't want to get a divorce in life. That's not my goal. That's why I feel like there are things that you do on the front end of things to stop things on the back end. Also, if you're getting into a relationship or someone, how people propose to you is also a big thing. If they're doing it all for the show, the glitz, the glamour of it, no, it's not gonna last. Like, I honestly feel that way. I feel like there's an intimate detailing in things lasting and like how things are done and like, I don't know. Just if you're in a relationship just because you're trying to show off, your shit's not gonna last.
Because honestly, somebody asked me how I want to be proposed to. I was like, the guy, whomever that is, will understand like something that I like to do, which one is sleeping. So he will probably be like, just put it by my pillow.
Right.
Like, oh, you ready for a nap? Be like, hell yeah, leave it alone. And so, and then I see this box there, and I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what? Yeah, let's
Yeah.
go to sleep still.
The dopest
But that's
proposal.
you though.
I know, but I'm saying like your person
Right.
should know what you
Right.
want.
But like for me, the dopest proposal I've ever heard was Dwayne Martin and Tisha Campbell Martin. And basically he was like, hey babe, you want something to eat, and so they went to Denny's. And then when they ate and stuff, and they went back, and then when they were getting into the car, he got on the knee and said, "Will you be my best friend forever?" And I was like, "That's so dope because we get a meal." Right? No, and
You gotta remember, some people say one thing, but really want it. I'm speaking from 100% guy perspective. Because I done got friends that got married.
Yeah.
All of those ways and all of the wrong ways. I've got one, he just got out of a marriage, and he tells me every day, divorce is not as easy as people think. It's expensive.
I agree.
It's all fun and games when you see people, oh, they got divorced. You don't know they've been in court for almost 4 years trying to get divorced. But he's saying, like, this what I see is, they say one thing, and then you can do it the way they say they want, and it'd be a whole nother story, and then they change too, still saying the same thing, but deep down in their heart, they want this extravagant wedding. They want everybody around. They want to be social media famous. And then you do it the way that you've been told. You done set everything up, planned everything. You get to a year, I'm going to use the time frame. 4 years, you go to year 5, I think it's time I want to propose. Somewhere in year 5, she done changed and never mentioned it to you. So you done set up this elaborate plan, and the next thing you know, there's other stuff that you did the wedding becomes a gripe at first. And then it just perpetuates from there. So, I mean, I'm not saying that the way you do it is different, but I'm just saying for people I know that are married right now.
Listen to my boo over there. I said, you listening to my boo over there?
She's playing with you. Yes.
Who's your man?
Chris Brown.
Stop!
Anywho, so basically mine is basically both of theirs. It's bottom line communication and being honest and open.
Hola, Edgar. Sorry.
Wait, is this the Edgar that $50,000 and we can talk?
$50,000? Hey, bro, you better back and run away fast. She said 50 grand. Don't do it.
I know. Hola, Edgar.
Turn the Spanish translation caption on, and I will say run. Don't do it. She wants 5000.
Run it.
Run away.
But the basis of all relationships, old, new, renewed, all that shit, is communication. Because basically, I feel like, especially in longer term relationships, you get to the point where you start assuming that your partner knows you, or you start assuming that they understand and see context clues. Like you literally think that like they know what the fuck going on. Like you know what the fuck it is, and it's like they don't like them snaps. You have a club promoter friend that snap and be like, you know what the fuck it is, and shows you like a random ass picture, and you're like, but nigga, I don't know what the fuck it is. So basically, that's how people go into relationships. Basically saying to the other person, like, you know what's going on with me? And they're like, bitch, I don't know what's going on with you. So with that being said, that lack of communication or honestly communicating with somebody and fully communicating with somebody then turns into he said, she said, and reactions. I like to tell people that why'd you eat the chicken?
I'm about to eat the chicken. I don't want to be on camera eating chicken.
Okay. I like to tell people that you cannot control somebody's reaction to your bullshit.
Ooh.
Whether you know it's bullshit or not. Like, example, let's say Shaquanda. Let's say Shaquanda and Tyrone have been in a relationship for like 5 years. Shaquanda now wants to get like a new job. This job that she has now is tiring. She doesn't like it anymore, and she's getting for the lack of terms, bitter about it. So she starts turning into somebody that you don't recognize. As in, like, oh, she's not talking to me anymore. She doesn't want to go out and do some of her favorite things that she noted or told me that she wanted to do. She doesn't want to do this anymore. So she's not telling you what's going on. In your head, Tyrone, you're like, well, she's telling somebody. So obviously now you're assuming that she is running to somebody else. So you take your reaction to that is, well, you doing that, fuck you, bitch, and your mama, and I'm gonna do what I want to do, and then people get hurt.
But I mean, in that situation, you're talking about somebody that's almost like a dating situation. That's not even like a marriage situation.
It's not, but then it can progress, especially like I said, in longer terms. When kids get involved and you get into like a whole routine of things that like days turn into months, turn into years type shit, and then you look up and you're like, who is this nigga in my bed?
But I feel like what you're saying is 100% true, but I feel like there's gradual steps in that. Like, I'm not even trying to say that name.
Shaquanda.
I don't believe that she's going. I'm gonna say like
Shaquanda.
So she got the new job. I'm using your situation. She got the new job. Mm-hmm. At some point in time, let's say how long was she at? We don't throw some time anymore. How long was she at the job? In that
previous one?
In that position that she just got, that she don't like.
No, she wants a new job. She's like
whatever current job.
So she's been there probably like 5 years before she met Tyrone.
So 5 years before she met you. At least when she met you, there was some form of communicating that she needed her job. Mm-hmm. Or her job was getting on her nerves. Mm-hmm. All it would have done is progress. It would have turned into attitude towards you. So you would have known what was going on. There's people show body signs and body language that they are not happy. Mm-hmm. You just ignore it, like.
Yeah, or even on the
overeating.
And being depressed.
Right. But I'm like, she's not gonna be at a job for 10 years. I had to use a more relevant example. You're not gonna get a job for, you said 5 so far, and she not expressed some form of.
And this is correct, but I'm saying, like, let's just say.
Like, maybe I can see more along the lines of feel some type of way about maybe them two, and she not saying something about it. She's going through the motions and just trying to quietly act like it's off, which people do that. Mm-hmm. And lie, almost like I said, be honest with yourself, lying to each other, like, maybe you're happy with us being together?
Yeah, and it could even, like, that's what I'm saying, like, even with him, Tyrone, in the situation, and you're noticing this, or you're seeing like she's not talking to you, then why don't you say, hey, what's up? So that communication thing, and then your reaction to somebody not communicating with you properly turns into he said, she said, clusterfuck, and then now everybody, like, now cousins get involved, and now baby daddies, and now shit, it be escalating. It's a slippery slope.
Some people run to friends, that's their outlet. Some people feel like they can talk better to their girlfriends, or pastors, or deacons, or somebody else better than they can talk to their spouse.
Yes, but
not a good relationship.
if I can't talk to you about why you get on my damn nerves, then that's a problem.
I don't want to hurt his feelings.
One of the dopest things I ever heard is don't go to bed angry.
Right.
Like,
that's why
I don't do that naturally now, but
that's why some people make stuff.
But I feel like there's a communication void, I guess. And those, once again, this chick ain't married, and this chick also don't do relationships. This chick also don't want to have kids.
Message, important message,
right?
At the end of there.
So I mean, a kid, or just like one birth, you know, just one time. But it's so I don't like giving relationship advice because I'm not in one. And so some things are like, oh, it's easier said than done, which I agree. But there are also things that you can do while you're single to prepare for the situation. So first of all, everybody needs help. I think therapy is amazing because I think in therapy you go through and you deal with stuff that you didn't know bothers you. You know what I mean? And I feel like in any situation you need to go into it healthy, and that's on both ends. You know, just like you need to get STD tested, you need to get your brain tested.
I need to put together.
Exactly, for both.
And it's something that I've said, like, even when somebody was talking about STDs or something, or like, that's what we were talking about. Saying like, or me advertising, I guess, that if I'm a transvestite or transsexual, it's the same thing. Like, you got STDs, you got mental issues. What's your credit score? Like, are you a transsexual? Like, it's all grouped in there together for me personally. Honestly, truly. Did y'all get my text?
I feel like that was like a one person.
I'm not looking at it now.
Did you get my text?
Mm-hmm.
You sure?
Did you get my text?
Can anybody bring B some juice? She's 13. Parched. Right back to the
Snapple, listen.
Snapple gods.
You about to no longer be Jesus, okay? Please clutch. No, you don't know.
That's how it works in the game.
This clothing line is named Clutch.
Oh, you do. Look at that. You know about
This
that.
shit good as hell. What's this? This is going. This is this.
This is this. This is this. This is this.
You might not get this. Support Clutch. ShopClutchClothing.com.
Men in clutch, women touch.
Oh, we probably did that.
Men clutch, women touch.
No, I thought it was men in clutch, women touch.
That works too.
Slogans.
Right.
That's
Shout out to Brook City.
Not
that one.
Not that one.
Anywho.
Another video that I have that is interesting.
My mama saw that movie that you were in, and so she didn't know that you were in it, and so she was like, "Do you know that Brooks is in the movie?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's what BDot sent it to you." She was like, "Oh, because he was a cop at the end," and I was like, "You know him."
That was so not supposed. I was supposed to be a random fan in the stands, and it kind of happened. They're like, "We need somebody to be a security guard because our security guard is late."
So anyway, back to what we're supposed to be talking about.
You're right.
Types of communication. And I put this down at the bottom at the run of show because I said it's not always about sex. And I was like, I put that on there and I'm like, how am I supposed to do this? But then today I had this amazing conversation with this guy. And amazing as in I chuckled. So basically I was talking to him, oh whatever. And he was basically saying that sex clutch.
Yeah. You're supposed to keep talking. Nobody.
Sex is his way of communicating. So I was like, communicating for what? Like, how you feel about somebody? He was like, oh, everything. I was like, so with sex.
Baby, how you doing?
Exactly. So with sex, you gonna tell me you can't.
Somebody wanna come through there. All the sex talk.
The question is,
that was that door thing. The door stopper.
did you just flick it or
That was
my
the
boob
actual bag. But I was saying, like, with sex, you can tell me that you lost the remote. Like, you like, yeah.
babe, 2 o'clock today.
Where was it?
Sex to say I lost the remote. I mean,
Exactly. And I was like, I guess. And I was like, with sex, is that how you get information? Exactly. How you get information from her about her. Exactly.
my dog gets on my nerves. Hold on, put your leg right here.
So he was like, well, if it's for like a long periodically amount of time, then yes, you know, I get what I need to get from her, like her information or her mannerisms and stuff. And I was like,
social was 242.
exactly. So it was like, oh, okay, I guess.
No.
And then he was like, getting into my conversation, he was like, then I was like, well, no, he said, well, I can get that from you, but it has to be like a long time or whatever. And I was like, nigga, what? And then he had said, right, because I said, he was like, the only way I can get it if you're like totally free and open or da. And I was like, well, one, you have to have a house and a room that you can go into. And, you know, be secluded and I can be comfortable. He was like, oh, I know that. And I was like, how do you know that? We're having that sex. I haven't communicated that to you the way you feel it needs to be communicated. And then he was like, oh, just men are supposed to know. And then that's when I said, nigga, you wrong. Because I've had plenty of relationships where apparently that was just like, woo, over the niggas' heads. Like, you need a bed. Why? Bitch, I got sciatica. You can't doing that to me, right? So, you know.
Well, I mean,
Exactly.
I'm just gonna expound on what he said from the actual, like, some real sense to it, not that.
That's real sense.
I take you to bed and you just tell me what you want.
I like it.
Tell
But
me.
you think about it, most people are
what you
more
want.
open with the middle. They are open in the bedroom, tell you all kind of stuff, cuddles situations. Maybe mid-stroke, she come in. I cheated on you with the man down the street as a plumber at the same time.
At the same.
So sex must be trash.
I gotta go down the street.
Nah, I guess
Plumber and
They
that.
tell you during sex.
Look, bruh, this shit ain't gonna work out.
let me put you right here. I gotta come clean.
Oh.
I had the neighbor upstairs, his son.
And we're supposed to keep going. I'm just.
I forgot to pay the power bill. The car getting repaired tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Man, I got laid off.
Get off
You
me.
know, this might be a good time. But wait a minute.
That's probably the worst time to tell her. Mid-stroke.
I got laid off. Get the fuck out of me. What?
I lost my job today, babe. Get up now. Get out.
No. I want to meet him.
Oh, so now you do want to meet him?
Oh, this is Frank?
Yes.
No. Never mind.
She don't like him.
Fuck Frank. He's an ass.
He is.
I mean, well, If y'all having a full in-depth discussion about having sex, clearly,
Right. I rebuke that in the name of Jesus.
I mean, like, I don't plan on being like them. But, like, I thought it was interesting, this conversation. It's like, so we're communicating, but we're not having sex right now. So how are you
Y'all communicating a lot right now, too.
For no reason.
I mean, there is a reason.
There is a
Rob's got a goal at the end of the conversation. May never happen.
That goal.
It's to get you to be open in bed.
Or a place
Or a place to stay.
Yes.
But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, what I was getting at with that story was that some people do
These strange ways to open up, I guess.
these strange ways to open. Yeah, like they have to be.
That's a strange one right there.
But it's like, for some people, I guess with most legal men, it takes them to like have you naked first before they realize if they want to deal with you or not.
You know what? When you brought it back to people need weird ways to communicate, I was watching Criminal Minds.
So,
And there's an episode where this marriage, it was just like nothing was happening, right? But the couple started killing together and they started going to therapy and talking to each other again and smiling and making love to each other. It just took the making to kill the chick. In the meantime.
I mean, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I get what you're coming
It
from.
was like, babe, you doing that?
The thrill, the excitement of the kill.
Yeah.
The endorphins released.
Cut her hair.
You look so manly strangling her. Oh my god.
Baby,
Show me that
shit.
ass.
Show her that.
I like it, but that was a crazy conversation.
Right, that definitely took a turn.
But I mean, at the end of the day, it takes two people who agree that they are going to work it out and they want this to work. Because you could go like, you can want to be with her so badly, and she was like, you know what? I just heard you had a big dick, and that's why I'm here.
You can say for one thing,
Exactly.
put it on the table.
You know what the fuck it is.
She said, put it on the table. Slap it on the platter.
And or
She about to throw some butter on it.
splash.
Extrovert.
Or it could be like flip side. She may be into it, wanting to do everything and anything for him and willing to work it out, and he literally is looking for a place to stay. So it's like,
What's wrong?
I feel the shade.
you can't watch this. Anyway,
Yeah, probably.
This does not need to be a priority.
it's not a priority for him. But basically, yeah, like you have to sit down with yourself, with that person, with your belief. And I say belief because some people don't believe in what I believe. So in your belief system, you have to sit down and be like, this is what I'm
I'm gonna call y'all grandparents that around and ask them how they did it if they still together. The oldest married couple or relationship you know of, you better call them and ask them how it really went down.
Exactly.
That's the application that you see. Oh, they happy. Yeah, they weren't always
It
happy.
wasn't always peaches and cream.
They had some rough spots. Hey,
Give me figured in my friends with the Z. That's what he said.
okay, say it,
I never know I love peaches and cream.
Hmm.
Machine.
Oh,
We do it in the
Lord.
machine.
Well, tell us what you think down below in the SoundCloud, in this YouTube, in the
Comment
Facebook.
those.
Hit subscribe one time for us. Come on.
One time.
For the one time.
Mm-hmm. Hit subscribe.
Smoke
like
one time. Drink one time.
Okay.
Let me fuck one time. That's my favorite one because no disclaimer doesn't say smash. It's smash. Yeah, I love that guy. I know I do. I gotta feed him more. He needed to be here tonight.
Quavo, she got a meal waiting for you, big dog.
I texted him and DM'd him.
Takeoff is invited to my birthday. So if you got a friend and no Takeoff, Takeoff
To tell his
We
uncle.
may lie. If they pull up, there may be some live stream video from Lexi's birthday.
No promises. I won't be on no good behavior.
Anyway.
What was I saying at church today?
I turned that to that. So
I was at church today, and I was like, this lady really pissed me off. And so I was making a drink. She on that player. And we come to the end of that
we're gonna go
portion.
this way.
And you know what we have to do. We've come to that beautiful, the beautiful part of this show called
Grind
Grinds
Gears.
Our Gears.
Oh, I'm first. So you got choices. Sauces part 2. Apple support. White professor.
Apple support.
Okay. So
I want to say white professor, but I feel like the
that
apple
happened 3 weeks ago. I got over it. Okay. So if you have an iPhone and you have updated your iPhone, you know that if you press the letter I, it gives you an A in a box.
Question mark is
Right.
and then it don't even know what the fuck is doing there.
You know what the fuck is going on. It's basically what Apple told me today, okay? So, first of all, it started, BJ called, and she tried to ask Apple, what the hell is going on? You know, my phone is demonic because her phone wasn't doing it at first, just mine.
Yeah.
And then hers started doing it, so I don't know.
Then I called Apple and left a voicemail, a nice
First of all,
detail.
that's what grinds my gears in the first place. I'm not calling you to speak to no hot damn voicemail. I'm calling you to speak to a representative. I know a bunch of representatives that work for Apple, so I know you have them on the
Now,
line.
mind you, I didn't call Apple support. I called Apple.
You call the country.
I called Apple.
Oh, never mind.
I was like, give me, where's me? Bring him alive. I need to tell him
What the hell you
what the
know?
fuck y'all doing.
Exactly. So then today, I was just, let's read the tweet. Because
I am exceptional.
follow me on the Twitter.
It's a tag.
Ooh, I think that's so.
What's the tag so they know on Twitter world how to find you?
My Twitter is I am Lexceptional, L-E-Exceptional. So I tweeted
Oh, you said
the emoji eye. I really hate that the letter emoji eye isn't working properly. ... Added Apple support. When can I emoji eye expect an update? They tweeted me back. I was surprised.
Oh, shit.
Thanks for reaching out. We have a workaround for this here. Gave me a link. DM us if you still need help. So there I was like, I know this isn't gonna work because you told me to DM you.
So did you try?
I did. So I clicked the link. The instructions told me to basically go into my settings and then go into text replacement and then get the I and just put text replacement to the letter I. And then it said, do it for lowercase and capital.
Uh-huh.
I follow instructions. Your girl did that. I was like, this is actually simple. I'm about to make some other stuff in my keyboard. So then I tweeted, Apple support, added them again, told me to follow these instructions to fix your I. This is after I did it, the text replacement thing.
Yeah.
So I put the letter I. I saw I did the quick change to the box, and then it went back to the letter I. So I'm like, bet it works, bitch, yes! So then I was like, it worked for me. Put the link that they sent me in the
It
tweet.
worked.
I tweeted it, that bitch went back. No A, just a question mark.
Hey.
With with an exclamation point in front of it. So I was just like, all right. So then I tweeted them back with this gift.
Show the world.
Well, I got that privacy screen on deck. This gift of a
little boy with the face.
Right. And then he blinks. That's why I did the gift version. And I said it didn't work. I said ... It didn't work. So then they tweeted me again, and they were like, you know what? Slide in our DMs. So we can finish this.
They're trying to pull up for you on midnight.
This is my issue. Kyrie Adams' daddy is fine. There's a tweet I just read.
What's that man's name?
I know his name.
I know.
But I'm gonna call it's like Takeoff finally became Takeoff. I called him Hot Tamale.
Kyrie Adams going to be Kyrie Adams.
Right. If I like him, no, I like Kyrie Adams. Okay, so this is what grinds my gears. Give me a solution that works. Don't tell me to slide into my DM. It's like a relationship. Like if you try to reach out to me and you want to talk to me, don't tweet me and say, hey, because this happened with the ex of mine who now lives down the block from me. He said, Lex, hit me up in my DMs. So I gotta log back into Twitter. Go to your page. Then press DM you.
Unblock you and then
When you could have just went to my page, slid in my DM. Hey.
And then you would have thought he was
Thank you. When you tweet me to slide into your DM,
it's like niggas texting me, call me.
right. Call me.
Maybe they can't get outgoing calls. They can't get real
personal
calls.
calls.
But then what do you call?
So that feels like we should not be talking.
You know, maybe.
But back to
Outside
Apple
people.
support, okay? Give me a solution that works because I was ready to change my eyes. I thought I changed my eyes. I was tweeting to the public that I changed my eyes. I got a different box. And I'm pissed. So whatever y'all sent me did not work. I just don't appreciate it.
So did you slide in the DMs?
Hell no.
Why
I
not?
don't want to have no motherfucking Apple support.
It'll be fine, but
Call them. I did. Or
Right,
I just called them, but when I tweeted
somebody slide in Apple support DMs and let us know what happened.
Shout out to Fenty Beauty.
yes.
Because I see my highlight working. This is cinnamon. Still in all you days.
Yes. Well, you ain't got a problem. Yeah. That's like that thing.
What?
Next show, Sugar Daddy's of Atlanta.
And how does Alexa sign up?
Okay, that's not the next show. You sure?
Yeah.
Right.
You ready for your grind?
Fix my shit out.
No, I'm not listening. No, I can't say it.
Now y'all know I can't harmonize.
I will have to harmonize with her.
Right. Right. You catch me.
All right, so my grindation of the year. I really didn't have one this week. Yeah, I did. But then I've already did that rant multiple times. Now, but for my grindation of my gears for the month is this ride sharing app that we use. I'm out in the middle. I'm gonna use last night. I'm out, trying to make some more extra cash, something crazy.
Or just hold.
That I don't have, first off. On this drive. Negative boss. But not for real. I was out, trying to make some extra cash. We had daylight savings time.
Yes, I'm ready for this.
So I was like, I'm about to have a few more hours out on the road. Why would it hit midnight? That was it. No warning. No. Hey, it just goes, hey, you need to go finish your application online. The fuck? I was just trying. What you mean I need to finish my application online? So then I quit. It wouldn't work 3 times in a row. I'm just gonna quit. Get home, they sent me a nice, polite email.
Who?
I don't want to put their business out. They have to do, you know.
Text it to me.
It's a little pink ride sharing company.
Okay.
You know which one it is. They got some pretty lights in there.
God lift us up where we belong. With a Y.
She still don't get it. It's lit.
Oh, you said pink. I thought
It's
that
on the
was
list.
Oh.
Who is black?
Singing the song, God lift us up where we
Nah,
belong.
man, I was out driving last night on there,
Oh,
and
it is pink.
right when they hit like it's 11:59, I dropped my ride off. I'm about to hit the next one. It don't work.
Next 15.
Mind you, Drew, you know, he out killing the game last night,
Clutch.
bringing the racks home.
Bringing the hoes home.
I don't know. I'm just hitting my life. Bringing the hoes home. You know, I was
Holes through lips.
no matter what your version of ride share it is, hey,
Hey.
yeah,
My spleen.
yeah. But nah, y'all don't have to do me like that. Y'all could have called me.
Right.
So I get home at like 5 o'clock, and at this point, I was like, let me just try. I just switched over to the black one. I went to. I'm like, come on, man. I was on a roll. Y'all just didn't want me to get that $480 guarantee. I was gonna get it. Yeah,
Excuse me.
yeah, $480 guarantee they had her on last night. Yeah, you know?
How do I say that?
I can shoot you the link. They
What
gonna
the
get it
hell
for
was
you.
happening last night?
I don't know.
No, like they send it periodically, where it's like, oh, if you do like 32 rides, we'll guarantee you $408.
It's 32 now?
Man,
But it's
like,
like-
I'd be so easy. I did 3 in 20 minutes.
Yeah, because some of them was like, oh,
And you run me up the street.
right here, yeah.
Oh, okay. We on the same.
When I run you up the street, go and pay me $2. I just need to get 35.
Oh.
And you in the prime area.
Right. It was red all last night out here.
Listen, and I got my little rental.
You can't do
You
it.
can't wear it. Gotta be your car. You can, but it's got to be your car.
Let me text Clayton.
Anywho,
Who's Clayton? Oh, the rental car person?
That's my Uber friend.
anywho.
I mean, you sitting right in front of him telling you all the time.
He does his area.
I do the whole state. You don't just do an area.
You do the whole
He
state.
does the whole state.
Who does the whole
He
state?
does. He probably just stays in this area.
No. He was like, I'll let you do it.
I'm saying he probably only stays. They can send you wherever. If you don't pick
Let me get a ride. Just like, let me go to Alabama.
that.
I've had one from Hall County, which is past Winnetka to the airport. That was a good $70. Also because of the hour. I had to be at his house at 5 a.m. It was a scheduled one. I like those.
You can get a scheduled one.
Yes.
Bet.
So anywho,
My name is Lexa Uber driver.
You actually fill out the whole profile online, and they can see it.
I'm very cute.
I have my whole life. So, what grinds my gears?
Sorry, Liv didn't want to give you your money, basically.
Pretty much. That's fine. You ain't have to do me like that.
But that's rude.
Then I got
They
home.
said not everybody can get this forward.
And then send me an email at 6 o'clock in the morning. So I wouldn't sleep pissed off. I don't know what to see. I couldn't call
Right.
me.
Communicate. Lift. Did you make your 480? You gotta be like OG to make 480.
Nah, when he was doing Uber, I was doing Lyft.
Who did 480?
We can talk to you after this.
Oh, that's it. Make 300. All right.
So, at first, I didn't think I had one. And then I realized that I do. So, at work, And since it's like the theme of communication, there's this girl whom I don't care for, who likes to tell me stuff to do.
Banana we don't like.
And then there's my boss. So my boss, she's your typical white lady, you know, forgetful, wealthy, doesn't have time for colored problems. And she fails to tell me that she's going on a trip in her favorite rocket ship for 3 days. So me and the girl that I do like were basically saying, we have to figure out, you know, something to do for these 3 days.
What the heck?
To keep, you know, busy. The girl I don't like tells me that my boss wants me to basically do this tedious task that takes hours for little results.
Word?
Something that I've actually done for research last year, but the way I did it benefited my reports, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, I wasn't, because, you know, new year, I have to do new research. I'm doing this damn work, and then I realize that, bitch, I'm not gonna go through 300 web pages trying to find our damn product through these people's stuff. That doesn't make any type of damn sense. So I was like, looking at the email again, and her instructions in this email were, go through each one of our publishers' website and find our top 20 house plans. Further direction was on how to fucking label an Excel sheet.
Wait, what? What, really?
I will pull up the damn email for you. Like, she tells me that sentence, and then she says she wants it in an Excel sheet. This is how you label this access with the publishers, and label this access with your things. In the middle, you put page and position in there. Whole paragraph on that shit, and I'm like, one bitch. I'm a college graduate that has worked with the Microsoft Suite since I was 2. So I know how to at least label an Excel spreadsheet.
These white microaggressions.
Microaggressions.
So then, like, I'm doing this shit, and I was like, you know what? I ain't gonna do this shit no longer. I'm about to strangle her. Let me talk to my boss. I email my boss.
Rocket shit.
And I say, I don't know if it's because this happened, I didn't do it last year, but I'm not doing it her way because it's tedious. And next time you want me to do something, you talk to me.
You ready to voice the email all caps?
No, but I think she felt it. And then in another email, which I had everybody CC'd in, I said, 1, I'm not doing this shit professionally. 2, this is how I'm gonna do it. 3,
Oh, I can cut you out.
3, no. So then she proceeds to say, well, she wanted you to do it in categories. Then I also emailed back, BCCing and CCing everybody in the company. That would have been good to know the first time, instead of teaching me how to label an Excel sheet like I am a pre-college graduate.
She said, run her shit.
1, I ain't dumb.
Put some respect on her name.
Okay.
So anyway, when my boss got back, she looked at all the emails and she was like, I'm so sorry. I understand.
Here's a raise?
No. But basically, like, yo, I see what was going on. I'm sorry. I'll tell you away. Or if I do another stint somewhere.
Here's an extra vacation in?
I don't need that extra. She called me
Like,
like,
I'm
I'm
like, nice.
She's good about gift giving.
Right.
Christmas is around the corner. I always get what I want out of her. Like, I stopped giving my Christmas gift to my mom. I give it to my boss. This is how she feels like she's doing well with the world and is going to go to heaven. So you don't make her list.
So can I give you my list and put 50 grand at the top of it?
I can see that. Anyway,
We can give her DK's headshot. You know, his light skin, pretty eyes with full
she don't
beard.
like black men.
She like a rich white man that's gonna die.
Be real fair skin. I know some graphic designers. I ain't never got to meet.
Marriage.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, so you got that.
Anyway, that got on my damn nerves and like, this is why you should trust black women more.
I don't even know what.
You have grind up the years. Nothing pissed you off this week. In general, pessimistic. Like a depressed roommate getting get on your nerves.
Eating all your food.
Drinking all your juice.
Taking all your snacks.
I don't need it.
I need
High as hell. Anyway, so we come to the end of the show. I have a quotable. Okay, so we like to leave you off with.
We don't want to read whatever she just got. That's what the fuck face.
We, like to send you off on a good note for your week, and it's hot as popping pussy on a bowl. What? Let me tell her she come out with a line. Now you got strip clubs. So there needs to be a Magic City. There needs to be a Follies. There needs to be a Ace of Diamonds. Keep it down.
So we doing all Atlantic clubs, maybe, and Miami clubs.
Pink Pony.
Be live.
Mm-hmm. I can see her saying yes. You ain't never been on the island. Fucking with him again. That's it.
I so thought you were starting with that. Like, is she about to quote the song from the last?
But no. Hakuna Matata. Means no words. I don't know if that's a quote. Line. Bye.
You gotta turn.
Can you turn that off? Bye.
She dying. Why I see my light skin be sweating so much on the TV shoes? Skin be glistening because it's sweating. Ain't no baby oil on them. All the sweat.
Watch out for me. I'm about
To sweat.
Sorry.
On today's podcast, we talked about
Yo, bitches, baby daddy. Yes.
why you not communicating in your marriage and depression.
Is it good, right?
I'm hungry.
Use a fool.
Y'all
Use a
Oh,
use a okay.
I'm just on Christmas tree. It's too soon.
Oh, Christmas tree. Oh, Christmas tree.
I burned you down.
I actually don't know how the song goes.
That's how it goes. I burned you down in the fire.
No, it doesn't.
I was about to say, damn.
Okay, so these things won't go away. Let's see. Rich nigga timeline. Rich?
I can never be
Damn, everybody was there. Complex comment.
Oh,
right. Except me.
yeah. Group.
All right, you can hit it, bro.
Okay, like,
I can tell you to the Americans to see it.
do you want to do an intro?
Do you need an intro? You can put it in the description, honestly.
And a disclaimer. Definitely a disclaimer.
Yeah, just put the disclaimer in there. Can you pass me that?
Because nothing on my desktop wants to work. Like, I'm really trying to X out all of these.
Did it save?
I have to put this on. It saved though. So I'm saying like these little windows won't go anywhere. Why is it broadcasting? Stop